Hey, welcome to Dr. Botani's Pre-algebra. This site will give you some of the best lessons that you might have in math. This is lesson 7, and let us see how you're gonna factor numbers. Later on, we will have more advanced factoring. But let us see. If you factor out, for example, 12, the factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Sometimes this is honestly confusing to students, so let us go over this. Okay, what's factoring, by the way? Factoring means to break down a number as a product of two or more numbers. So 15, for example, comes from the product of 3 times 5 or 15 times 1. Once you have all the breakdowns, we don't have any other number that will give us, and any other two numbers that will give us 15 as a product of two numbers that will give us 15. So the factors are then all those numbers. We will usually rank from the smallest to the largest. So here we have 1, 3, 5, and 15. All four numbers are here. Note that all these numbers divide 15 evenly. The 15 divides to 15. 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 goes into 15 5 times, and 1 goes into 15 times. Okay. Example 2. List all the factors of 42. So let us start with if we divide 42 into 1, it's just 42. That's one factor, 42 times 1. Or you divide 42 into 2, and that comes what? 21. So 21 times 2 is another factor, and you continue like that. If you divide 42 into 3 parts, it will give you each part is 14. So 14 times 3 is another factor, until you end up with 7 times 6 is a factor of 42, because you multiply the 2 and they give you 42. So we are done with the numbers, I believe so. So the factors are, you list from the smallest to largest: 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. Again, all these numbers divide 42 evenly. Any of these, how many numbers are in here? 8 numbers would divide 42 evenly. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is that I will give you an exercise, then I will give you the answers at the end. So this is the exercise. These are 12 problems. You may stop your video now and work on those problems. You might copy, if you don't want the video to be in front of you all the time, copy those numbers. And when you are done with those, factoring those 12 problems, check out the answers in the next page. Okay, so that's how we're gonna proceed. So let's check out on the next page. 16, number 1 was 16. I'll give you 2. 16, the factor of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Why? Because 16 goes into 16 times 1 is 16, 8 times 2 is 16, 4 times 4 is 16. Those are the only numbers that will give us 16. The only product is that will give us 16. Okay, how about the factors of 48? Same way. If you divide 48 into 1 is 48, so 48 times 1 is one factor. You divide 48 into 2 is 24, and 2, so 24 times 2 is another factor, and so on, until you end up in what? Until you end up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, 48. And this was also the 1, 2, 4, and 8, and 16. So the answers for the rest of problems are here. So check it out and see what you have missing. Practice more of those problems. Okay, as always, I'll say goodbye to you and as we will go later on with exercise number 8. Okay, all the best.